Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
I love this bar. It's my kind of place. Yeah, pull that lighter out. Welcome to the Daily Grind.
Great American.
Great American. R.I.P., dude. I saw him twice, and both times were just excellent. It was excellent. He was a great American. I'm your host, Luke Hatmaker. I wish Toby Keith was here. That would be great. But I got the next closest thing, I would say. I got the $2 of the $2 Sports Show. I got Uncle Buck and Rusty with me. How we doing, fellas?
I'm great. I am just peachy. I got a good night's sleep last night, restful night's sleep. I had some sausage and eggs this morning, and I've sat here in my chair to talk to you guys. Just a good morning.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's been a good morning. Although my neighbor is a bit aggressive, and I was outside talking to him, and he threw a soda at me. Thankfully, I'm okay because it was a soft drink. Welcome to the Daily Grind.
You get it, Uncle Buck?
I got a smile. I got a smile on Uncle Buck. I'll take it.
I saw it.
I saw it. He can try to hide it behind that mustache, but I saw
Puns
it.
are funny. They're just also stupid. That's kind of the
whole
whole
point.
thing.
The whole shtick. Yeah.
It's the whole thing. It's why we love them around here. You get it because it's a soft drink. I don't think you get it.
My favorite joke of all time, is like a 5-minute long pun. And it's a Norm Macdonald joke.
Norm's the best.
Yeah.
Where he tells this whole drawn-on story about a moth that goes and sees a psychiatrist. And at the very end of it, he's like, "Moth, why are you here?" And he's like, "The light was on." And he does it on Conan. And so it's like Luke sitting there in the chair, and he's just annoyed by how long this joke takes.
Oh, man. Norm was the best. Norm was the best.
Goated.
Oh, God.
His headlines are unrivaled in just pure one-line comedy, just absolute goated.
He's got one about Bill Cosby that I won't say on the air because of obvious reason, but it's really funny.
What about the one about OJ too?
Oh yeah,
it was that he did on the ESPYs.
Man, I don't know if there was a comedian that would he got away. There was so much he could. It was awesome. We could talk about normal.
It's just because he was so dry and deadpan, he could just get away with it because the way he delivered it was so nonchalant that nobody took it serious.
So good. You know who took some stuff seriously last night? We did. Because we're going to start this a little different. It's draft day, not the movie. Draft day, not the movie. We're not drafting anything, but we had our fantasy football draft last night here on the Bluff City Media Network. So let's it was interesting. Oh, get that crown off your head.
Get that crown out of here.
Well, let's start this way. How do you all feel about your teams?
I hate mine. I'll be honest. It did not go how I wanted last night. It started in the first round. I was locked set. I was like, I'm getting CD Lamb at 7. This is going to be freaking perfect. Only for somebody to take him second overall. And the second overall pick.
I'm a crazy man. I'm a crazy man.
And then Dak and Tyler Warren going back to back before I could pick just completely threw me off. I was in shambles. And so of my 4 teams, I hate that team the most.
Yeah. See, of my 4 teams in 4 leagues I'm in, this is the one I love the most.
Really?
Because I had a game plan at this point. I'm in 4 leagues. This is the 4th team that I've drafted. I like to sink or swim with the same league. I don't put any variation. I don't hedge my bets. I'm going for my convictions in all 4 leagues. And I swear to you guys, almost all 4 teams look identical. I've got, in all 4 of my leagues, I've got any combination of 3 running backs playing 2 positions.
Who?
So running back 1 and 2 is either 2 of Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, and Bucky Irving. I had a conviction about all 3 of them. So in every league, I've got the 2 of those 3, and got a little bit of Omari and Hampton too. But there was a lot of reaching in this draft. When it comes to what I prefer, I've got my own thing there. I've got my own people I listen to. Like, it's probably not the same. It didn't match ESPN's rankings either. But it seemed like I like to reach maybe a round above if I've got a conviction about people. So I just get the guys that I want. And so, like, it didn't grade out well. But I was routinely got the guy that I wanted because he was slightly, I felt, undervalued by ESPN's platform.
And that's where I messed up is I looked through the teams that were coming up after me, and I was like, oh, they've all got quarterbacks, but I didn't look at one. And so I took Roma Dunze without much conviction. I was like, it's fine. He'll be a flyer. And I'll take Dak with my next pick. And then I'm like, then I'll get Tyler Warren as my backup tight end. A couple of picks later, it's going to be great. I've got some variation across my teams. I do have some convictions like Drew was talking about. I've got Garrett Wilson in several leagues. I feel like he's going to be a target machine for the Jets. I've got CJ Stroud. I think he's got talent and legs and talent around him once healthy, that he's going to have some pretty major bounce back years. But I did get Omarion Hampton in a couple leagues. I got Tyler Warren in a couple leagues. And my guy that I get every year as a Mississippi State grad, Dak, I have in exactly one league this year, and I'm upset about it.
Oh,
I've got him in 3.
Yeah.
Really?
The Mississippi State grad who roots for Ole Miss took Dak in 3 leagues.
Hey, fantasy value, brother. Like, I'm not taking a quarterback early, and if I can get Dak in the 9th round, give me that.
He's a fantasy stat machine, man. But
what's funny is Rusty and I talk. We're in 2 fantasy football leagues, good. But after every single draft, we send each other our rosters, and so every single draft he's done, he's shown me, and he always tries to get Dak. And so I'm looking, and I'm like, it's a snake draft. So at any point in the snake draft, I will pick, Rusty will pick twice, and then I will pick twice. And it's like, so you know that if I knew it, I was like, if he doesn't take Dak Prescott right here, I'll have 2 opportunities, and he's not getting to Rusty. And he took Roma Dunze. I took him the next pick, and then he just sent me a whole list of expletives in the text.
He was so mad.
I was, dude. I was just like, I wish you could have seen me in front of the computer. Like, good thing we didn't do a Zoom last night because I'm just like, but week one though, I am cruising for an upset. I'm just going to say I am cruising for an upset. I look for my team to perform above their heads in week one and upset one. Luke Hatmaker in our first matchup.
What's the projection right now?
You're a 52% chance to win, 123 to 120.
Okay. Yeah, I took CeeDee Lamb second overall. I have convictions about him, and I don't know. I mean,
it's a great pick. If you're going to reach for somebody, CeeDee Lamb is a great guy to reach for because he is a machine in Dallas.
I also took a quarterback in the 3rd round and George Kittle in the 4th in every single league I was in. That was a guy that I was
and not just you took Jaden Daniels. The first quarterback taken
was Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
I
mean,
I love conviction though.
Like, I do too, but like I hope, Luke, for your sake, I hope it happens in week 1. But after that, the sophomore slump in quarterbacks is real. We saw CJ Stroud go from 32 touchdowns to 5 picks to 23 to 12 last year. I look for him to bounce back pretty big. Like, if you look, and Drew, you're right. Like, in the league, they give you like a power ranking, like based on how you drafted. And not like the only person's team who is worse in our league than mine is the guy who took the Minnesota Vikings defense in like round 7 or 8, being TJ Willis. Love you, brother. But like, it's the only team that's projected to be worse than mine. And I'm just like, what the hell, man?
TJ also took Kyle Pitts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of mad about that one. Talking about conviction, listen, nobody has broken more hearts than Kyle Pitts. Nobody has been a bigger bust ever than Kyle Pitts. But every year, I believe. I've got him in 2 leagues. I was laughed out of the building at one draft I was in. And listen, he's like a 6'5" dude that runs like a deer, and now he's got a quarterback with a mega arm. Like, I'm back in. So I may make a trade offer to TJ.
See if you can get him. Yeah, I mean, be careful of those trades. My brother's still salty about me calling him out on the $2 Sports Show yesterday about a trade in our family league.
Can I do this real quick?
Are you making a trade?
I got a trade offer last night.
Oh, yeah.
I got a trade off last
night. Oh, yeah.
Different league. So I wouldn't bring it in here because I wouldn't want to spoil them all. All right. I took Kyle Pitts. This is the league I was laughed at. My tight end is arguably my worst position, but I'm stacked. I mean, I've got in this league, I took CD in the 1st round. I love this team. I do. but I'm really shallow in tight ends. I've got Bucky Irvin and Chase Brown. They're my 2 running backs. Okay. I was offered a trade. Trey McBride, receiving Trey McBride, giving up Chase Brown. I love Chase Brown. I'm higher on Kyle Pitts than like 99% of people in the world. And I admit that it's delusional. But
Delusional.
Trey McBride's arguably the number 1 tight end in football. He was drafted the number 2 overall tight end, ADP of like the 3rd round.
Yeah.
I rejected it and countered with Travion Henderson. And then we went back and forth, and he ultimately said, if you want to do the Travion Henderson and Trey McBride for Chase Brown, he'd do it. So would you make that trade?
Yeah, I would. Because tight end is a finicky position. And if you like that's great. But like if you can get, I like Travion Henderson. I like Chase Brown. I think he's going to have a massive year.
I like Chase Brown too, but Trey McBride's
Trey McBride
I really
is
want
good,
Chase
man.
Brown. I'm not saying it's probably a no-brainer if you ask like somebody that does fantasy football for a living. They're like, yeah, just the numbers are the numbers. Don't get tied to it. But
when you got a conviction on a guy and he's your guy,
yeah, I kind of went heavy. Like I love the fact that all of my teams stand in solidarity.
It didn't help me last year, but I went into our draft with League of Avengers like Luke. And Luke, after this, I want to hear what your plan was last night. But like I went in last year, I was like the 8th pick, 7th pick. I was like, I'm getting Saquon Barkley. He's on a new team with a great offensive line, and I'm riding with it. And I got ridiculed. And he ended up being the best fantasy football player in the league last year. My team was terrible, but he was the only bright spot. And so speaking of convictions, Luke, like taking CeeDee Lamb 2nd overall, Jaden Daniels his first QB, like what was your thought process last night, man?
Yeah, easy. So I hated picking 2nd overall, first of all. I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated
I'm
it.
not a fan of the first pick.
Don't like it.
I love the 5th pick.
5th pick's the best.
10 picks in between every one of yours. Like,
yep. I'm not that high on any of those running backs that were right there. I don't think Saquon's going to be as he was. I'm worried about what's happening in Atlanta. I mean, Bijan will be fine, but I just don't.
I'm not a big Bijan guy either.
I just think that CeeDee Lamb, I think we talked about this. They're like off-brand Bengals. They're just going to be feed. He's like Jamar Chase, but in the NFC. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just viewing it like that. I really hope that I could get a running back in the 2nd. Either Jonathan Taylor or Derrick Henry, or there was another, or Josh Jacobs. Looking at one of those guys with my 2nd round pick. And then in the 3rd pick, I was determined to get one of the big 4 quarterbacks. And then if the guy I wanted in the 4th round, he was the only guy I cared about, was George Kittle. I wanted George Kittle in the 4th because I wanted one of the top 3 tight ends. And I knew I couldn't get Brock Bowers or Trey McBride, but if Kittle could fall to the 4th, I would be happy. And if I could get one of the big 4 before that, because I always come into the draft and I'm like, I'm going to draft a quarterback in the 10th round and beat everybody, and I'm going to outthink it. And I always finish in 3rd or 4th. So last night I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm tired of like trying to mad scientist this. I'm just going to go for it in my early rounds and then try to get creative in the back half. And we'll see if it worked. I don't like a lot of my bench on either of them, but
yeah.
And I didn't pay any attention to buys yesterday.
And Drew doesn't either, but like buys, like I have lost. I got burned by buys one year. Like I was in the thick of like a championship run, and like it ended up like I got bit really hard by buys. It was like a week 9. I had like 5 of my guys had a week 9 buy, and I didn't realize it. And ever since then, I've been like super OCD about bye weeks.
Oh, well, listen, I wish all my guys had the same buy. I'd punt a week just to not worry about it.
Oh,
I would absolutely punt a week as long as I could not worry about it. It's annoying having 2 buys a week, but that's much more annoying to me than having 1 week with everybody on bye. I don't even look at that column at all.
I try and like keep, but just because like playoff position and seeding is so big, especially when we only got like 4.
That is true. If you've got like a late bye, like a week 13 bye, like that is playoffs.
It has bit me in the past, and so I try and watch it. My work league is only 8 guys, but they used Yahoo. And like Yahoo's interface is terrible. The draft is terrible. It's all out of order. It goes quarterback, wide receivers, running backs, and then instead of calling it flex, it's WRT. Just call it a flex.
Wide receiver, tight end.
running back tight end or whatever. But I did get Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson as my tight ends. My running backs are Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, and then my flexes are James Conner and Tony Pollard. So and Trey McBride's my tight end. It's an 8-team league, and I kind of cleaned house in that league. I'm pretty pleased about that one.
Nobody makes me feel like I'm just not ever going to take James Conner.
Oh, come on. He's the workhorse.
The feel matters. This dude is just blue collar as it gets, and he's great.
Yep.
But
gets points.
Another thing is, I'm a big Saints fan. Chris Olave dropped like a rock in our draft last night. I'm a massive Saints fan. I refuse to take him. Yeah. I refuse to take Kamara because I don't want to watch him. I hope they go 0-17. Yeah, and I do watch these games of the players.
Speaking of soft drinks, Olave's head is basically just a slushy at this point with all the concussions he's had. So that was a good call. And then Devontae Adams, I took Devontae Adams in the 8th round. He fell forever. And I was just I triple checked Twitter. I triple checked online to make sure he wasn't hurt or cut or it's dead, whatever. And I was like, cool, that's good value at this point. I'm
going to claim evil genius on that one, whether it was or not, because my pick was coming up 2 picks after Rusty's. And I wanted Jameson Williams, another guy that I target. I've got him in 3 leagues. I love Jameson Williams. I reached for him. But Devontae Adams was dropping like a rock. He's playing for the Rams now. He's 38 years old. Mm-hmm. He's historic. He's one of the greatest receivers ever. I didn't want to have to choose between him and Jameson Williams. So I just shot Rusty a text message. I was like, did Devontae Adams die?
As I'm clicking, clicking draft,
I'm taking it. I was like,
as I'm clicking draft, he sends me that text. And I'm like, he's going to think he spurred this. But I'm I've got 4 windows open. My phone's open. I'm like, is Devontae Adams still alive?
Is he alive? Does he have a pulse? Yeah, God, when did he drafted him in the 6th? Or later?
6th or 7th round. It was late. There was he was the 27th ranked player, and we were in the late 40s, early 50s. He fell quite a bit. It was incredible value.
Man, that's wild. Speaking of incredible value, I'm excited. I'm just excited for this season. We're gonna see. I think we can all agree that
tomorrow's kickoff.
I know. We're gonna talk about
CD Lamb, and I get to watch the Dak Prescott.
In my league that I have, Dak, I'm not even starting tomorrow night because they're playing the Eagles. I got Bo Nix as my backup, so I'm starting Bo Nix against the Titans because I feel better about that than Dak against the Eagles.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Man, football's tomorrow. I can't wait. Hell yeah. We're going to take a really quick break when we get back. I was going to talk about something else. We're going to take a break, and when we get back, we'll keep this discussion going. I also need to fix my camera. I'm out of focus, but we will be right back after this.
And somehow you look better.
I know. I don't know what's going on. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderlin Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer. Some of the unanswered questions we had coming into week 1, we had quite a few of them, right? Because the brand new team in a lot of ways, obviously.
I feel, and I think TJ said this weekend in one of our texts, was this feels like we have the skill set that Krams really looks for and what he wants to run offensively. I think Brendan Lewis is perfect for what we're trying to do, and he opened up so much stuff, and it's a lot of fun just to be able to do true read options and knowing that if the quarterback makes the right read and he keeps it, he's just as likely to be successful at a first down or a touchdown run as the running back would be if you handed it off. I'm excited about it. I think the offense looked good, and we didn't even really show anything.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Number one to me is Penny Hardaway. That's who I grew up on.
Far.
He was the first star player that came out of Memphis that I've ever seen. You're talking about shoes. You're talking about little Penny commercials. You're talking about NBA All-Star, All-NBA, NBA Finals. Penny had the look. He was a big 6'7" point guard. Yeah. Slender dude. No look passes like Magic Johnson. Could get to the basket. The GOAT. Easily. I don't care about the rest of the order, but Penny's number one. This probably easily the most sentimental pick to me is Larry Finch. There was a lot of Tiger basketball players that came and go, but I knew the little short guy with the natural cut that was on the sideline, the chubby guy that was the coach. The fact that we had a black coach meant something to my dad. It was like the hugest thing in the world.
I got an honorable mention. Friend of the program, his grandfather, Leonard Draper.
Facts, bro.
Leonard Draper.
He ain't in my vote, but he bro, as far as like influence, like facts, the hand he's had on every aspect of Memphis basketball.
We think about the history of Memphis basketball and how Memphis basketball is like the Memphis Tiger basketball program is like massively influential in our city. But for a long time, bro, it wasn't that way. Everything that's happened since then can all fall back on the hands of what Leonard Draper did. Tune in to the Anthony Sain Show Monday through Fridays at 1 p.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And we're back, and we're back. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. You can catch both those shows. We got a whole slate of shows over at Bluff City Media, y'all. We also have Ounce of Hope. They're great. Go to ounceofhope.com. Use promo code Bluff City. Get yourself 15% off. Use the QR code to go to the website. We got Trilogy Tattoo. Got a whole mess of stuff. We also got FanDuel Sportsbook, who are great. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Good sponsors. Drew, what you got for me? You said you had something. Give it to me.
Okay. Yeah, so this is some NBA news.
I'm excited.
Anybody who listens to our show, I've often been fascinated by the podcast Pablo Torre Finds Out.
Oh, I know.
If you've ever listened to it, I have fed Rusty little tidbits here and there, and he, to my knowledge, has always refused to watch them. The most fascinating one so far was he detailed a bunch of Malik Beasley's stuff, the gambling stuff, traced back an anonymous Twitter guy to find the real guy because he was the first one to say Malik Beasley's name in a tweet. And it was like 6 months before the FBI even leaked out that they were looking into him. So fascinating. I think Pablo Torre does an incredible job. This is some NBA news.
Is this the
This
Kawhi
was
Leonard?
tweeted out this morning at 5 a.m. A clip from his show that I'm assuming dropped on YouTube recently. It's related to Kawhi Leonard, Steve Ballmer, and the Clippers. You've now seen it.
Right when we went live, I saw it, and I was like, whoa.
Okay. So here is the tweet. And I watched a short video. I'm going to watch the full podcast when this is over. Exclusive. This is the tweet. Kawhi Leonard signed a $28 million endorsement deal for a, quote, no-show job with a fraudulent tree planting company funded with $50 million from the Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer. This is, quote, it was to circumvent the salary cap, says a source. So basically, Steve Ballmer sends $50 million to this tree planting company. In turn, they take $28 million of that, give it to Kawhi Leonard, and say, you know what? You don't owe us a thing.
So illegal.
He's so illegal. Like on so many levels. It's so illegal, man. And if the NBA has any kind of like testicular fortitude, they'll go look into this and there'll be something will happen to it. But happen because of it. That is a
not with the richest
story.
owner in the league. No.
Man, I was reading that. I was reading that right when we went live, and I was like, every word in that sentence is like, oh God, that looks bad.
And you know what? This is one of those things. If you dug into it, if you got
Pun
tax
intended.
returns and stuff like that. What?
I said pun intended. If you dug into it with tree planting, dug into it. Come on.
I liked it. I liked it.
You're a good audience, Luke. You're
the
a good audience.
Yeah.
If you really were to dig deep into the roots of this issue, then you would find this so many places.
Everywhere.
I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't the first one. This is just the one that's the loudest that came out, because like there's no way that the Clippers, this organization, came up with this idea on their own. Like this is a precedent that's been set.
I mean, this isn't that crazy of an idea. I mean, you got to think. You know who's doing this more than anybody, and it's above board? College sports.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
This is college sports. This is NIL.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was said that, like, oh, this will be, Olympic style, endorsement deals in which you were able to just rep the brand that does you.
Right.
You won't lose any sort of eligibility in college or anything like that. No, it is, I guess, like that.
Mhm.
But nobody's asking for anything in return.
Yeah.
And definitely not market value.
You do like a car commercial, you wear one shirt, you eat one bucket of Bojangles chicken, and they call it
$10 million.
Yeah, $5 million, $10 million NIL. Like that's what that is. 100%, man.
Oh,
But
man.
to do this in the NBA though,
Mm-hmm.
where there is structure, a cap,
And
For a
laws.
reason.
it's dirty business.
Mhm.
Because Kawhi Leonard, what he signed like a
Big old.
somebody look up Kawhi Leonard's the last contract he signed,
I got
and then
it.
add $28 million to that,
Yeah.
in which he got just for nothing.
Oh my God. Oh, dude.
Robert Farah, maybe think about that. If you want a free agent, we always talk about how Memphis is not a free agent draw. I hear you can make a donation to Bass Pro Shop.
That's it.
Check.
the best push. Oh, God.
I mean, you got some of the biggest nonprofits in the world right here where you could split a check with St. Jude or something, and then you're doing a civil
Please don't
service.
tell me you're going to use St. Jude to funnel money illegally to NBA players.
I'm just saying it's right there.
Jeez, bro. Have you no standards?
Just right
Oh,
there.
man.
Clearly, it's
What are you
it's an
saying,
option
Jude?
on the table.
Because to launder money through St. Jude? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's
we cut this,
2025, man.
please?
This is a movie. And we're giving this away for free.
It's 2025, bro.
Let's table this discussion until we have our script ready. We're talking
Kawhi
about
Leonard.
Did you
Kawhi
find
Leonard still has, real quick, he still has $150 million total coming. 49, 50, and 50 million over the next 3 years.
You know how they found this too? Is that the company went bankrupt, and in bankrupt you have to disclose all of
Everything.
the entities in which you owe money to, and they still owed $7 million to Kawhi Leonard.
Awkward.
It was $28 over 4 years, $7 million a year,
Oh God, that's a really good NBA contract.
and it was on the ledger. It was his business name, and it's like KL2 Industries, and it was like. Okay, well, this is
Try harder. Try harder. Did he have his home
I
address
gotta-
on there? But he had his home address on there.
You're better than that. Come on.
Like you want
You're
your
better.
He's a
NBA
robot.
players. You
He-
can
he
get an
doesn't-
offshore account on an island that we don't have extra. Like, come on,
Right.
man. Watch it.
Has anyone ever heard of shell companies
Yes.
before?
Watch
Yeah,
a movie. Watch
yeah.
a movie from the 80s. God.
They do them in the Dutch, like in the Netherlands, and they do them in French Polynesia. Like you don't do
Haven.
them. Yeah, you don't do them with a tree company in your home city.
Wolf of Wall Street. These are all terrible things. Don't do any of these.
Not as terrible of an idea as laundering money through St. Jude, though.
You go down on that hill.
Would you put it past anybody in college sports to actually do
And
that?
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying that it's out there that somebody's going to do it.
I'm just saying that was the first suggestion you made with St. Jude.
I appreciate the creativity, Rusty, and the
Thank you,
and the
Thank
go-getting attitude. Go big
Thank
or
you.
go home.
That's it.
The AP Top 25 Week 2 poll was announced, and you want to talk about? Shoot, I bet we could. How many teams on this list of 25 you think could funnel money through St. Jude or something, or the
Every
They would all
last
try.
one of them.
They would all try.
Every
They would-
last one of them.
And you know why they would
already
do it? You know why they would do it? Because the moment that the NCAA knocked on the front door of St. Jude and said, I need to audit your books, they would get crucified.
Mhm.
Like, they're impenetrable. Nobody would ever accuse St. Jude of doing such.
And Drew is
Unlike-
coming around to the idea.
Unlike the Children's Hospital in Louisiana, who was laundering money for
Thank you.
LSU. Which
There's a precedent. There's a precedent. It's not that wild of an idea. And one of the teams,
charity.
one of the teams in the top 25 has already received the death penalty for giving out gold Cadillacs and gold Corvettes and had an incredible ESPN documentary about them. SMU said it's 17. So like money has been laundered and moved through the NCAA for a long time. And we already have precedent where Children's Hospital was a shell company for the Fighting Bengal Tigers.
LSU's third on this list. So we got the number
And they
third.
should be.
Yeah, like is that they're the biggest jumper, right? Are you guys like, despite
Yeah,
all
they
the
had the biggest win.
funneling money through?
Well, them in
hospitals,
Florida
whatever.
State. Florida State also jumped from well unranked to 14 for
14.
upsetting Alabama, who I tried to tell y'all this ain't Alabama of old for the last couple of weeks, and they showed it. And Alabama's in a world of trouble.
Yeah,
I think it's a shame that Ole Miss only jumped one spot after hanging 63 on Georgia State.
Anyway, so this is a funny tweet. What was going on the last time Alabama was ranked in the 20s of the AP poll? The number one song was Disturbia by Rihanna. Tropic Thunder was the number one movie in the box office.
Love that.
I'm
movie.
a dude playing a dude. Skies is another dude. I know who I am.
It's offensive as all get out, but I love it. It offends everybody equally, but I love that movie. Ryan Williams was 1 year old. George W. Bush was president, and Pete Carroll was at USC. Urban Meyer had not yet faked his heart attack at Florida. He was there. That was the last time Alabama was ranked in the 20s in the AP poll. Then 07, 08, somewhere around in there, yeah.
Shoot, Obama wasn't even elected yet.
We didn't know who he was.
He was still in Chicago.
No one had asked for his birth certificate.
Oh God!
I read this yesterday on the $2 Sports Show. But how's the fan base handling the loss? Talking to Alabama fans, I just saw an edit of Jalen Milroe with the Fray playing in the background. So not well.
The Fray. This is speaking of 2007.
Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend.
You're looking at so I'm looking at the college football playoffs, this top 25. I like the two biggest jumpers here are obvious. I mean, LSU and Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State, they are still minus 700 to make college football playoffs, which I think is interesting. Plus 490
minus 700
to not make the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now LSU, the SEC is just interesting because right now LSU to make the college football playoffs is minus 192 yes, plus 154 no.
I think that I said this on our show yesterday. LSU will win the SEC.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, I believe in them. I've been beating the drum for Garrett Nussmeier as a returning quarterback for the whole offseason. They've never had a problem scoring points. They've only had a problem allowing teams scoring points. And that defense was fast and physical and knocked some blocks off. And Cade Klubnik, he had a bad game. And I think it's irresponsible for everybody to be like, oh, Cade Klubnik must suck. Like, no, he's a third-year starter or fourth-year starter for a really good Clemson team, and he looked awful. And I give a lot of credit to LSU on that.
That's a really good point. You know, a lot we're so quick to be like it was the quarterback's fault.
Yeah,
when
we've given no credit to Florida State, we've given no credit to Ohio State, we've given no credit to LSU. We've just barbecued.
Speaking of
Alabama, we've barbecued Arch Manning, we've barbecued Cade Klubnik.
Speaking of giving credit, did y'all see the back and forth with Brian Kelly and Dabo yesterday in their press conferences?
I didn't
either.
So Dabo said that basically we took our final exam in week 1, saying that, played the best two teams in the country. And if LSU made a 65, we made a 58. Neither of us played that great. And Brian Kelly was like, either he didn't watch the second half, which I wouldn't blame him because we dominated in the second half, or he's a really hard grader who's awful hard on himself and worse on us. But he probably didn't watch the second half because we dominated them.
Oh, God.
It was the ultimate clapback. And it was so off the cuff. It was so good.
Dude, that's two hobos fighting. I don't.
Yeah,
like
it is. It is. I was like, can they both lose? Can they both lose?
That's it. Yeah.
No one's more unlikable in college football than Brian Kelly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Other than Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
That
Dabo
hype.
Sweeney ain't super far behind him.
The hype
He's
video
so corny.
when he first got to LSU, and it was him and the quarterback on the thing.
Oh,
and he
that's
was-
so great.
one of
My favorite one. They did a montage of recruit photos because you bring in the recruits and then they take the staged picture with the coach.
Yeah.
And every picture they just cycle through all of them like a flip book, whatever. And he's just making the same face, like psychotic, like.
Well, don't forget
Every single one of them is the exact same face, pose, pixel for pixel.
Don't forget, he also committed manslaughter at Notre Dame and never got held accountable for killing a graduate assistant by putting him up in a tower when it was 50-mile-an-hour winds. And then, shockingly, the tower blows over and the kid dies. Don't forget about that. Ryan Kelly's a scumbag.
I had forgotten about that.
Dang it. We're going to video his practice.
At 55-mile-an-hour winds, I don't care. Get 30 feet up in there.
God, yes, sir.
Scumbag.
You get stupid. Before we get out of here, it is time for our daily dose of It's All Crap, named in honor of Admiral Akbar. And Rusty, I'm going to exclude you from this one, mainly because I was going to have it be both ways, but
He hates you.
no, I don't hate you. You are so far ahead of everybody, and I'm with Drew being so high on LSU. I'm just interested to see. I'm actually interested to see if he can get this. I want to give him a chance to catch you, Rusty. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Listen, even if he gets it right,
only
he's
been
still so
wrong
far in
one
my
time.
rearview mirror, like it ain't even close.
There you go. So today it's a trap. Oh, and the name of the game is It's a Trap, named in honor of Admiral Akbar. If you are unaware, I will give the contestant 3 bets, 3 wagers. You just have to tell me which one's a trap. All right. We're going to do the FBS champion, the champ, after week 1. So with your thoughts, with this poll in mind, which these are the odds to win the national championship. Which one of these is a trap? Ohio State plus 600, LSU plus 1100, or Texas plus 1800?
I mean, I like the order. Again, you do a good job of making me feel like the order's correct. I like maybe not 1, 2, and 3, but I feel like Ohio State should be favored more than LSU, and LSU right now, in my opinion, I feel like it should be favored more than Texas. But is that what Vegas thinks? I tend to think you're going to flip. And I always want to flip these, but you've snuck in a 4th team in here more times than not. So, I'll say that Vegas is not as high on LSU as I am. And LSU's the trap.
So you had the right mindset, but you went the wrong way. So I got you. I got him. I got him. Ohio State is plus 600. LSU is plus 1100.
So they were really giving up on
Texas. You were right. Texas is still favored over LSU. But Alabama dropped. They were like plus 700. Now they're plus 1800. Where Alabama.
Was thinking about Alabama.
I know you weren't. That's why I got you. So I trapped you.
Premise.
That's the whole point of the game.
Like, is it A, B, or C? And then when you take the test, you're like, oh, there's a D.
Gotcha. It's a trap. But bro, the game's made up and the points don't matter, brother. That's what we do around here.
Like the greatest game show ever.
That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for talking about our fantasy football. I'm so excited. We're going to talk about the kickoff. I mean, game 1 starts tomorrow. We're going to talk about that. We'll probably preview it. We'll try to find Grizzlies news to talk about. And
Daniel Greer, you took a kicker in the 10th round. Quit acting like you're a victim here.
You said it, not me. $2 Sports Show today at 11. Anthony's saying at 1. We'll be back tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. And if we can leave you with anything at all, remember these 2 things. 1, remember, be a little weird, like Daniel picking a kicker in the 10th round. And 2, remember to smile. Oh, God. Bye, guys. Have a great day. God, you're creepy. I hate it.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.